All right, guys, so we're going to try something new here on the Word on the Streets channel. Normally we do podcasts. This is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to go for it. No idea if people are going to enjoy this or not. This is for complete entertainment, just sharing my opinions and making a fun video for people to also come and share their opinions in the comments. And yeah, I don't know. It's just my opinion. Probably going to have some bad takes, but that's what this is all about. So, the Cleetus all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive shootout is happening tomorrow. Drivers meeting at 9 a.m. It is currently 11 o'clock on, what is tonight? Tuesday night. So tomorrow's Wednesday. That's the shootout. My brother's there right now with the Camaro. He made it down there, I think, Monday night. They got there safely, so that's good. And they actually got to do some testing today. So I think it was $500 a test hit down there at the backside of Bradenton. But all that money actually went into the pot. And let me make sure all my stuff's working here because this is my first time doing this. I think we're good. So I have Facebook pulled up and YouTube because we're going to be doing some, we're going to be using these as tools for our reconnaissance right now. There's all kinds of stuff coming out on Facebook today, and it's pretty interesting. So obviously, I was there for the first one, a while back, and obviously rear-wheel drive got slaughtered, and it was pretty rough. Last time it was no water burnouts, and it was off the trailer for the rear-wheel drive guys. Now, the all-wheel drive team has obviously raced there before, and that was kind of a big complaint. So at least this time, rear-wheel drive doesn't get an excuse that, why would we show up when a bunch of people in the all-wheel drive class have already raced here, already made hits, multiple times, because at first it was just an all-wheel drive shootout. So this time around, they get testing, and that's what we've been seeing today. So this video is basically going to be a prediction, and we're going to kind of see what's going on down there so far. I know Beaterbomb obviously is the team captain for Team Rear Wheel Drive. He was for the first one and the second one now. And Billy actually wasn't even planning on going until he put that wang on the Camaro, and that kind of changed some things. So, all right. So I actually have talked to Billy today. He told me what he went, and he did not go the fastest of the rear-wheel drive. I think he only made one hit. It was a good hit. It was a good A to B hit. He sent me a video of it. You guys will obviously see that on SRC. Beaterbomb's videos are kind of long sometimes. So this time I was happy Stephen Little got in it this time, which I think he's very deserving. He flies on these really bad surfaces. So I was happy to see him get in. He definitely one of the big Wang gang, but he's definitely held his own on these kind of surfaces. Of course, this isn't all of the, and here we go, Billy made it in. This isn't even all of the rear-wheel drive team, but looks like this is Team Denver. I believe Willie Dynamite is what this car is. Says Jarrett Bradshaw. I didn't realize he also made it in alongside Houdini, which is the talk of today or this week because he was the first one to show his dually setup, and of course they had a little bit of testing on YouTube, and I watched that. It looked sketchy. It looked super sketchy, but I think they were figuring it out. He was trying to test it on like a back road, and the car would barely fit on the road. So, and then obviously Brian White today. Let me see if I can pull up. I think that it's Bad Apple Racing, or maybe I can just search Brian White. Sorry, I look like a total stalker. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this is the photo going around this week, especially today. You got on the top Houdini with the dually setup, and not the prettiest thing you've ever seen, but then Brian White on the bottom here. That's pretty wicked. I can't believe how close together they are. This like the slicks. Like obviously when they grow, they're gonna go skinnier. So I wouldn't think they'd touch or anything like that. But it is pretty wild. I wonder how you get in there and check the tire pressure for all 4. I wonder if that's tricky. Maybe you can get it from the inside. I don't know. I don't know how a dually wheel works. I have no clue. But this is definitely wild to see. Definitely gray area in the rules. They didn't say. They just said it's got to be 28 10 5. They didn't say how many. So that's the talk of today. So we'll just pull up all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive. This, I should probably do shootout. This pretty much gets most of it. So looks like Trevor Couture's down there. That was not a full hit video, but looked solid, I guess. So this actually might show. Oh no, this is from last year. Okay, so this is all-wheel drive. So this is the Always Send It crew. This is their, I don't even know what you'd call this thing. At this point, it's a hodgepodge. But they actually put a Dana 30 axle up front, I think is what it's called. I might sound like an idiot. I have no idea. I know nothing about all-wheel drive. But they got this thing all-wheel drive swap now, and that thing is just insane. But and they actually, I think the day before they left, they put the turbos back up front, because if you look here, they've got dumbbell weights on the front of the car and the turbos in the back. Now, I'm not a genius, but that seems a bit silly to me. But obviously they did change it. They put the turbos back up front, and that offset the extra dumbbell weight. So now the car is overall lighter, which in my eyes is probably more important than actual weight bias in some cases. But obviously you got Crazy Horse, this unit right here. I don't know a lot of the all-wheel drive guys. This is the Ondi gas truck. I watch their channel because I love trucks, and this Sonoma is flying. I know they posted a time draggy today. I think it went like 5:17, but Mike Bandy, I think he made it in this year, so that's awesome. And obviously Manuel Gomez, and then the Dale truck. So, yeah, a lot of the same crew from the first race. And then I think I know most of the rear-wheel drive cars there. I wish I could find like an actual list. I don't feel like going all the way through Beaterbaum's 6 videos that he did. This thing was actually crazy impressive this time around, so I do not know this guy's name. I'm sorry. I don't keep up well enough, but this car was one of the cars in the all-wheel drive shootout last time around, and I think he lost first round. I think he had problems. But this thing went, oh my gosh, it's somewhere on here. I'm going to have trouble finding it. This thing went 530 at 147. So that's getting it. That's pretty much what won at the first shootout. I believe Nathan Wheeler and Crazy Horse in the finals was going 30s or 20s. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome. And again, this year they're doing water burnouts. But according to my brother, the surface really hasn't changed much. He also said they're testing 60 foot behind the starting line. So that'll be interesting. I wonder if they'll move it back for the actual race to the normal starting line, or if they've permanently moved it 60 foot back, which would be closer to the track rubber if that is the case. I don't know if you guys can hear audio on this or not. But that thing's flying, dude. That thing is absolutely flying. That's crazy. Oh, here's Charles dually pass. It looks so ridiculous. It's so dumb. This is why I don't race in small tire anymore, because I'm not willing to do this stuff. I'm just not. I've actually raced this wagon before. It's a dually setup. Where's the good stuff here? So who else posted stuff today? Oh, so this is funny. So Ryan Mitchell is here again this year. And so Ryan Mitchell is in this shootout again, which the first shootout was tough. Okay, so he drew Crazy Horse first round, if I remember right. And I think he was only like third or fourth pair down. And Crazy Horse got him pretty good. But that was a tough draw. I mean, Crazy Horse went on to win the whole thing. But I believe if Ryan had a better draw first round, he could have went way further. Just to, sometimes that's how it goes. You get tough draws first round. But he actually paid for his test hit today in pennies, all $500 in pennies. So that's awesome. Poor Cleetus. So we'll actually go to his page because I know Megan's been posting all kinds of stuff today. Oops. So here's Houdini again. Again, I don't know if you guys can hear audio. Look fast-ish. I'm glad it's going straight. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of seemed like it wanted to dart around on their first testing, on their first test hits, but I don't think he ran it out all the way. I think he shut it off early, and here's my theory. Everybody down there is it's got the stopwatches out. Oh boy, what's this? This is new. I haven't seen this. Thing just hooking in the dirt. So here's Ryan's pass. So here's my predictions. So you obviously have, I don't know if this is Nathan Wheeler or who this is, but they're all stopwatching the passes. So obviously they're a little bit worried. They're slightly concerned. But I'll tell you what, this was not Ryan's all-out pass. Like, it just did not sound like it was all out. To me, anyways. Like, it looked like it didn't seem like it was all out. I think it might just be me. I don't know. But both his pass and Charles' pass in Houdini, Charles, he shut it off early, and I'm wondering if it's because they're doing it to throw these guys off and not let them know what they're going. Obviously, I'm sure inside the teams, they're all sharing data with each other. But it seemed to me that it was down on mile an hour. Obviously, he was a one-and-done pass. And again, I could be crazy. I don't know. It just didn't sound that wound up top. So here is... this looks like the Cyclone and the Dale truck. Surprised they'd want to make hits next to each other. I guess it doesn't really matter. They were rolling. They're definitely rolling, and they don't look on edge at all. We know the Cyclone, I believe, went 517. I saw that somewhere on Facebook. I'd have to pull it up, but I believe the Cyclone went 517 on his test pass, and the Dale truck was only half a truck behind. So... man, it looks like already the all-wheel drive guys are going 20s and teens. And I don't think rear-wheel drive's there yet. They might be, but I don't think they're there yet. This was funny. So Ryan actually posted his draggy and everything's blocked off, but he did leave a 70. Now, I'm not sure I understand that. I'd have to pull up one of my draggies and decipher this. Some guy's overlaying the pass with Nathan Wheeler's. Huh. Man, people are nerding out about this. This is getting this is intense. Here is the Cyclone. The on-degas Cyclone. 517 at 143. A little low on mile an hour relative to everyone else, but their 60-foot must be really decent. Wow. Oh, that's whose page we need to go to. We need to go to Manuel's. That's ballsy though to just flat out post the draggy. Everyone else, and that gives you a hint. All the rear wheel drive guys aren't really. They're just snid bitten. But yeah, here's another pass from the starting line of Charles Coyer's hit. Wow, a lot of wheel speed, but you probably need wheel speed. The slicks aren't even crushing. That's so weird. The slick literally doesn't even crinkle. But I guess when you have that much contact patch, you're literally just relying on contact patch is literally it. And the downforce of the wing, and I'm sure whatever weight's in the car, but like...
What is that turd? Give my $500 back.
Huh. Well, I mean, it didn't look bad. But it's just a weird... That's one of the things, man. This car wins on these surfaces a lot. These guys have a ton of data. And to make a big change like that before this race was definitely ballsy. But obviously, it's working. Oh my gosh, it says 205 shares. That is insane. Look at Uncle Sam, man. So inspirational. So, another thing I wanted to mention is I believe Johnny Christensen, just trying to give credit here where it's due.
At least TikTok or something.
Johnny Christensen made it into the shootout. He just won the Star Spangled Shootout up in New York, I think is what it's called. It's an airport race up in New York, and huge race, and I'm pretty sure he won this year. So without no stupid wang, no butthurt bars, no dually axles, he's out there just OG, and I respect it. I hope he does really well. I'm always going to root for the guy that is that still has a normal looking car, has a front end, all that good stuff. I'm not hating. I'm not hating if you got a wang, if you got a Mustang with no front end, that's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just saying I'm always going to root for this guy first. That's all I'm saying. This guy. Oh, here's another car that's there is Austin Shepard and Shitty Scent. Wonderful car, wonderful name. I love that old Daytona. Looks like he laid down a pretty good lick. Really solid. Quality's not the best. We love Facebook. That car works. I'm sure it's super light, which helps. So he did post in the comments it went 152 mile an hour. I don't think his 60 foot was crazy. It was great for rear wheel drive, but all wheel drive is obviously, they just typically have the advantage in the 60 foot with a surface like this. 152 mile an hour. So that's getting it. I'm pretty sure that's more mile an hour than Billy went, and I don't think this car is a big block. But it is light, and these guys, this is their bread and butter. This is what they do. So 152 mile an hour. So I think he'll do really well. He did a lot of testing before this event, so that's what you love to see. Man, well, here's what I predict, man. First of all, I hope the best for rear-wheel drive. That's why is that so hard to say? I hope the best for rear-wheel drive. It's going to be tough. These all-wheel drive guys are no joke. Okay, these F-150s are the real deal. They're just able to. They make a lot of power, but being all-wheel drive, you can put down. It just doesn't care, especially in the 60 foot. And I think the whole water burnout this year, even if the surface is better, it's going to benefit both teams. It's going to even out. I think the rear-wheel drive guys, it'll definitely help, but it'll equally help the all-wheel drive guys. Although, I mean, you look what happens when Dale Truck at Ice Cream Cruise, he gets on a sticky surface or a rubber, front side. And, I mean, you see what happens. It can be a struggle. When you dead hook these all-wheel drive cars, they almost get really, they look kind of like a handful to drive. They almost like the wheel speed, it seems, and that's why they excel so well on these backsides, because they just drive through it, man. But like I said, I hope the best for the rear wheel drive guys. I think with some good draws, rear wheel drive will definitely do a lot better first round. But obviously, as the track gets better and more people make passes down the track, more rubber gets down, I think it will help the rear wheel drive more than it hurts the all wheel drive. But how much rubber will that surface take? I mean, these backside races only get so good, and especially drivers' meetings at 9 o'clock, racing's going to be at noon. It's probably going to be warm down there. It's going to get greasy. You know what I mean? It always does. It's going to be tough, man. I think you got to be going 155 in rear wheel drive at least to keep up with the F-150s. You got to out mile an hour them, because I don't think you can 60-foot them. I think it's literally like, it's possible, but it's damn near physically impossible. You've got 21 inches of tread width versus 42 or so. You know, you've doubled the tread width. Like, obviously on worse surfaces, the all-wheel drive is supposed to do better. Now, a lot of people play it down like it should be, you know, it's just easy button. Obviously, it takes a lot of hard work, testing and tuning, figuring out how to make those things happy, because they're a handful and they're also heavy. So you really got to get them things moving. Those big heavy trucks, I mean, they're probably 4,000-pound trucks, 3,500 to 4,000-pound trucks, at least the big F-150s. But man, I think first round, it won't be as bad as last year. I think a lot of these guys are taking it more serious this year. They're realizing what they're up against, and the fear of losing first round and getting embarrassed and getting put on Manuel Gomez's Facebook is definitely probably lighting a fire under some of the rear-wheel drive's asses. I know I wouldn't want to be on his Facebook. That's just me personally. Scary stuff. That's the thing, man, is, you know, you get this deal is so hyped up on the internet. The amount of clowning is astounding. So that's definitely a factor. I think last year only 3 pairs won first round, 3 or 4 pairs maybe. I'll be happy if 6 pairs win first round. That's where we're at. That's terrible. Like, I hope like if we can get 8, if it's like 50-50 first round, we got a really good shot. Man, it's going to be tough. The all-wheel drive guys definitely look like they're going faster than the rear-wheel drive guys on the testing day by about a tenth to a tenth and a half. But I think I see a lot of the rear-wheel drive guys have a lot more mile an hour than last year. But the 60-foots all look the same. And it was supposed to be better, because now that we're doing water burnouts and there's rubber down, and it doesn't look better. The surface looks exactly the same. I think, so I wish my brother well. I hope he does well tomorrow. Hopefully he gets a good draw, because, I mean, that's the thing, man. These guys, the all-wheel drive guys, are always going to have a little bit more data on this stuff than the rear-wheel drive guys. The more rounds the rear-wheel drive guys go, the better. I think ultimately all these all-wheel drive trucks are pretty much maxed out. Like, you put these things on a good surface and they probably only go 480s, 490s, but that's about what they go on the bad surfaces, you know what I mean? So I don't know if we'll see any 4-second passes from any rear-wheel drive cars, but if we do, we're going to see a really good chance of a rear-wheel drive car winning. I can't remember what the heck was that white Mustang last year? I can't remember his name. Andrew Lavender. I can't remember what he was going last year. He must have been going 20s or 30s at least 40s. But I think we have a much better shot this year. But it's going to be difficult, and I hope for the best. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think all-wheel drive is going to win it again, unfortunately. It's just plain math. I would hope they win. It just makes more sense in my mind. This is just an all-wheel drive surface. You put these cars on prep, and rear-wheel drive will win every time, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. So, but what these guys in small tire are doing now is absolutely insane. I want no part of it, honestly. I refuse to put a big wing on my car and try anything like that. I'll just go do some other forms of racing myself, but I guess we'll see what happens, man. Billy will obviously have a video out on SRC after the deal's over. I'm sure 1320's there. I don't think there's any live feeds, but I'm sure everybody's going to be posting on Facebook throughout the day. Definitely watch Megan Mitchell on the Firebird page. She's been posting a lot of videos. And obviously Manuel Gomez's page. He posts a lot of stuff, so I guess we'll all just have to stay tuned and see how bad this is this time. But I'm predicting all-wheel drive is going to win, but I think rear-wheel drive has a better chance. And I think if there's anybody that's going to do it, I think you got to watch out for Ryan Mitchell. The Firebird is the fastest small tire car on every surface in the country, without a doubt in my mind. And he is the smartest guy in the entire field. He's the smartest guy in small tire no prep racing in general. And he will figure out anything, and he'll try anything. So if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Ryan. I also think Steven Little has a good chance. He gets counted out a lot, and he's done some really, really crazy things. I mean, he flies on these kind of surfaces, and he's not scared to just put like 50 pounds of boost and like 200 shot of nitrous to like whatever LS he's got in that thing. I also think Brian White, who's another guy that I don't know that going to the dually axles was a good move. You know what I mean? He does really well without having to do that, and he has so much data. I'm not sure why. Maybe he. I hope he got to test it a bunch. You know what I mean? But same thing with Houdini. You know what I mean? He switched to the dually deal, and I think that's a huge risk, and I don't even know if they needed to do that, and I'm not sure that it's even going to be faster. I really don't know that it's even faster. It probably evens out. I think Billy will do well. The Camaro flies. I don't think it's going to 60 foot with the best of them, but I think he will have the best mile an hour out of anybody there. That is for sure. But we'll see how it evens out. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head in the rear-wheel drive game. I mean, obviously all of them are going to be really close. I mean, I think all of them are about at the limit of what you can even do. How much faster can you possibly go with a real, two drive tires, 28 10.5 small tire? Like, how fast can you realistically go on these surfaces? I mean, it's just crazy what people are doing. I mean, people are going fours on these surfaces off the trailer, and I would have never thought that would be possible ever, but in this era of big wings and dually axles and all the other crazy stuff, it's just going to keep getting faster and faster, and it's just insane. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What are your predictions? Who is going to go all the way in the rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive? What do you guys think? Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. It's something different. But yeah, I think that's all I got. I guess we'll all just stay tuned and see what happens. Appreciate you guys watching, and again, let me know if you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.